Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic.com, and welcome to these, what are they called? Roundtable discussion for Backlash 2018, where we put things forward that we want to see happen but might not necessarily happen.
So, the title is 9 pitches for Backlash.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Hello, it's Ross from Cultaholic. I don't know if you could tell from that voice. But yes, we're here to pitch some things that we want to see happen at the next WWE pay-per-view, which is Backlash.
It's so soon. It's this weekend.
This weekend,
I can't believe it's this weekend.
Before we start, shall we discuss how your spa break was?
It was lovely, thanks.
Was it? It was
I'm
great.
refreshed, yeah.
Nice.
My skin's nice and soft.
Right.
All over.
Should we, before we start, also discuss the Greatest Royal Rumble at all? Or?
Yeah, do you want to... Should we give a little bit of a
I've
rundown?
not seen it. I've seen the one moment. I've seen a few moments.
But
I've seen the one moment that you need to see, so I'm happy and satisfied.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite obviously a show that they didn't want to do, because a lot of the matches had, I don't think one title changed hands. There were a lot of weird finishes.
No, obviously you had new champions, but that was...
Yes,
yeah,
more the
that was the
World
only
Tag Belts.
titles that sort of changed hands.
Obviously, you had AJ and Nakamura ending via a double count out, which was...
That was just horrible.
I thought something was going to happen. But, it's fair play to Cena and Triple H, who just went out.
Opening the night as well.
Did about 3 moves.
Go out, 5 moves to do,
Yeah.
home. Just sit there enjoying the...
All credit to Rusev as well, who proved he's better than John Cena.
Oh, because he lasted longer.
Lasted longer in a match. By the Undertaker's match, apart from Buried Alive.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah.
Undertaker's actually better at casket matches than he is buried. He always loses Buried Alive.
Yeah.
The Rumble itself was pretty good. We got a debut of... was it
That
Haruki,
sumo lad. Who's that
Haruki
sumo?
Sumi?
Who's that sumo?
Well,
he's a
breaking
trainee.
news today.
He's a trainee of
apparently,
Akebono.
is it the princes? Am I getting that right? One of the Saudi higher ups.
One of the
over
people,
there.
one of the princes that was funding, one of the key funders
his
for the
pal?
show.
No. It's better. I can't believe this to be true.
It was Meltzer reported.
Big Dave reported this, that apparently the bloke funding this event wanted 3 people on the show. One of them was The Undertaker, one of them was The Ultimate Warrior, and the third one was Yokozuna.
Oh.
So as a
no!
so as a compromise to this happening,
That
I
is
hope
wonderful.
that is. I sort of
really
hope it's
that's
true, but I can't.
really
I
hope it's
refuse to believe it.
Oh, that's true.
I so
Can you just
hope
imagine
that's
Vince
true.
McMahon? If you squint, damn it!
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
But yeah, that's painful.
yeah.
And Hornswoggle was in there, as we all know. Hornswoggle
Hornswoggle,
ruins
yes.
everything he touches.
No, he
I thought he was
Oh,
alright.
horrible.
He came all fired up through his
Oh, no.
I thought there was a few weird surprises. There was one half of Heavy Machinery, but not the
Yeah.
other half.
Not the good half.
Really,
Yeah.
is he the better one?
Otis is the one you look
Otis is the one.
Oh, Otis is fantastic.
Who
We
else?
had the almost international incident.
What's that with?
The Daivari
with the
brothers.
Daivari brothers coming out, and
People were worked in the crowd and
yeah,
because
obviously there are very,
missed all this.
very bad public relations between Saudi Arabia and Iran.
Yeah, right.
And obviously the Daivari brothers, proud Iranians,
Right.
came out with the Iranian flag.
Yeah.
Started running down.
Yeah, but they got beaten up, though.
They did, but apparently a lot of people in the audience
before
got
that-
very offended.
Yeah.
Gee.
Um,
Yeah, but not when Faisal's in the ring. You know it's going to be all right when Big Faisal's there.
Big Faisal,
He was
my
favourite.
man.
He was my
My
favourite
man.
out of the 4.
Who the hell's
Yeah.
Faisal?
Right, so they had
Faisal.
four like trainees who'd been signed from the the Saudi tryouts they had, and one of them just captured our hearts. He was called Faisal. He was
wonderful. He's everything a man should
Isn't
be.
Faisal a name already of something famous-ish?
Probably.
It's just I think it's just an Arabic name.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. He was good. There was a couple of other ones. One of them. There was a couple of big lads.
Yeah.
Faisal was smaller and
Was
more
it?
plucky.
What did we call him? So it was Faisal.
You made up some
Big
names.
Daz.
Big Daz, yeah.
Tekkas was one of them.
Tekkas.
I don't know
Tekkas
their
was
real names,
Faisal.
but yeah.
Um,
no, Faisal was just Faisal.
But there was the one as well who got the most reaction. I think was the littler one with the long hair, who was really
Yes.
like intense,
Really
like,
fired up.
Oh, yeah. He's like a little Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bryan, chest was on fire. I've seen that
Yeah,
picture.
he got absolutely
Fantastic.
destroyed. And then Carly comes out and chopped him straight in the head. Just straight in the head. just flat chop straight to the head. That was, yeah.
I know he doesn't necessarily. He didn't do too much in the match, but he's in it for a long time, and it's
Yeah.
really impressive considering like it's one of his first matches back, and he lasts like an hour.
Is it the longest Rumble performance ever?
I think it might
Yeah.
be.
74 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
I might
Also,
have
It
that
is, I
right
think,
or
yeah.
wrong.
Didn't Strowman break the record for eliminations?
Probably, yes.
He's got a shiny new belt to show
He
for it. as
does.
well.
I wonder if it's going to turn up on Raw at
no
all.
idea.
He's
what's
just going to have to
gonna
hold it for the whole year, isn't he, until the next one?
I just don't know.
It was. Weird. Oh, and one more thing about it. Sorry, Shane McMahon had to take that table bump.
Yes. Oh god, it was sort of painful to watch that because it was like.
He was really showing off.
He was like ready to go for it, and then I think his footing slipped, and then Braun still got him, and he sort of goes, and then you see just
can't
Braun
help
just
himself,
sort of
can he?
No,
Horrible.
No, it reminded me of. It doesn't matter. That's a very long anecdote. And it's not very good.
Okay, so let's pitch things for Backlash.
I'll let you go first.
I'll let you go first.
You let me go
since
first.
I'm chairing this shindig.
Oh wow. Okay, right. So my first pitch for Backlash is that The Miz cost Daniel Bryan his victory over Cass.
You bastard.
Keeping the hate alive and letting it bubble and bubble and bubble. Not giving us the match for a while. Just let The Miz keep costing him.
Yeah.
But just let him run him down for months.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Yep, it does make sense.
Wow.
I can't think of anything though. Well, do you think that Cass will get the win, or do you think it'll just lead to a DQ, like a fit?
I think Cass will get the win.
Do you think he'll get the win?
I
Do you
think
Bryan
Cass
will
is going to
lose?
win as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it'll be some sort of shenanigans, but I think, Cass will pick up the win.
What do you mean
somehow.
shenanigans? He's 7 foot tall.
Well,
And you... No,
And
that's
you,
not that
you
anymore.
can't do that anymore, no.
can't do that.
He hung up his shoes on a power line.
I listened to Booker T talk about that. Apparently that means you don't cross that part of town. When you see them up in there, you don't go beyond that. Otherwise,
Oh, is that what it means?
bad things will happen.
Well,
Well,
what about people who already live there?
yeah.
They're buggered.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
think it's fair enough. I can't think of anything.
That's my first ever agreement.
I've got a feeling Cass is going to win it
Yeah.
clean.
clean.
Because
clean.
What's Brian's a big deal? Is he? Is he a little deal?
It's crazy.
Wow.
I think Bryan will.
That's a monster push for Cass with very little payout for Bryan.
He's a very tall man. Well, no, they've been down this route. If he does lose with Bryan, they've been down this route before.
I guess
There was
he's
no
the
yes
ultimate
movement
sort
without
of
horrible,
underdog.
painful losses
Yeah.
like one that might be on Sunday.
Do you think they'll be clever enough to keep it a bit of a surprise, or do you think there'll be a thing earlier in the night backstage where they bump into each other, Miz and Bryan, and there's a bit?
I think
of,
it'll be
"Ooh,"
telegraphed
yeah,
completely.
maybe.
I like the thing on Twitter I saw where the Miz wins the Money in the Bank, then Bryan's
Yeah.
the champion. And
Oh, that's
see, I
nice.
also that rumor.
Ooh.
Not rumor. What the hell's the? I'm still on hold.
Prediction,
Hypotheses. Speculation.
theory.
Go for it.
Yes. All of them. I like that thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. Well,
Are we doing this thing where we go, is it a yes or a no?
yeah, is it a yes or a no?
It's a yes from me.
Yeah.
Simon.
It's a yes from me as well.
Boom, that's my first one
Cowell.
ever.
Cowell,
in-
not Miller. Just to clarify before the comments.
I saw him at the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing
Did
well. Doing well. Good guy.
Why? Here's why.
Anyway,
Yeah, come
Oh, I loved it, me. It's fantastic. You would, wouldn't you, if you looked like that? Just got there. Oh, wait. Did the Hogan and all that.
like Ryback. Yeah, so on to you, Ross. Your prediction.
My first one's got nothing to do with any matches. It's just, I've not seen it reported anywhere, so if it is out there, I do apologise. Not really. I want the pay-per-view to be 3 hours. I've got a horrible feeling because it's a dual-branded
big
thing.
ask, that.
I've got a horrible feeling they're going to fall into a trap of putting two brand-exclusive pay-per-views together to make it 5 hours or 4
Yeah.
hours or whatever. I've got a horrible feeling they'll do that.
I think it'll be
So
4.
please don't do that for the sake of us.
Because it makes your job harder.
Yeah. Not harder, just longer.
It also makes it also.
It defeats the point as well.
NXT takeovers tend to be about 2.5 hours, and they're fantastic. I know it's a smaller roster and everything, so 3 seems like the right sort of length.
Yeah, so
Maybe
hopefully
frame
they
a
just
bit.
don't fall into that trap and just, keep it concise. They made the thing in that music videos that the Saudis hated because of Carmella. It's all the best of both brands, so
Yeah.
keep it to the best of both brands. Don't have any filler.
The thing is, like, if we do only get 3 hour pay-per-views, it's a good thing for TV because it means there's going to be a lot more space for that stuff on TV because they're not going to have enough space to do that on the pay-per-view cards. So it increases the quality of the weekly TV, in theory, but I don't know, if it's a 4 hour pay-per-view and they get all that ad revenue, it's going to be a 4 hour
I
pay-per-view.
don't know if it increases the quality of the TV. I just think it
I
eradicates
just
any
think it
filler.
means there'll be a lot more blow-offs and stuff for storylines that we'll see on TV like back in the day rather than, because if everybody's fighting for a place on the pay-per-view card, then it means not everybody's going to be able to fit, and it means maybe the weekly TV will get a little bit better. Ooh.
I'm Sam and I know things.
I'm also I'll point out as well that making the pay-per-views dual branded again
Yeah.
and shortening them will naturally lead to lower down guys on the card not getting on pay-per-views? Is that a good thing? Does that mean that when they do get the big call up to a pay-per-view match, it means more?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Like it just feels a lot more special, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think you'll get a lot more TV feuds that would just bubble away. But
yeah, maybe it will be a good thing.
Ben, that could hamper weekly television because if they're not going to get used in the pay-per-view, what's the point in building storylines? God, anything could happen in the World Wrestling Federation. But yeah, I think everyone agrees WrestleMania being a lovely example that not the shorter the show, a nice length, the better.
yeah. I agree with that.
I agree as well.
Yeah, I agree.
That's great.
Cool.
So that's in.
Three agreements.
Right.
Mine is you were telling me what yours were beforehand.
Yeah.
And we'll wait. We'll get on to yours later on. But mine, I know that you're going to disagree. You're going to give me a no because
Yes,
it contradicts one of yours, right? So mine's concerning Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe. I think that Reigns is going to win due to somehow, I don't know how directly he'll get involved, but due to Dean Ambrose. It's a bold claim.
It is a bold claim,
He's
but Ambrose
injured.
is injured. He's not got long left on his recovery, though, does he?
I googled it. I thing apparently he does. Apparently
really?
he might have been out for about 9 months, and he was injured in December. So, he's still but they've often Ciampa did it. Ciampa came back and got involved while still injured, and it can be cleverly work like that. And also, I think they've often lied about it, haven't they, or exaggerated how long people are out for. So it's like, well, I don't know if Cena was lied about or he was just superhuman. But
when he came back for the Rumble, and then came back for Mania, and then,
He's just not got to give up on his dreams, and his dream will give up on him. It's the moral of this story.
Well, I think Ambrose will come back, cost Roman somehow, or maybe just jump him after the match, and that'll set up a feud between heel Dean and not face Roman, but Roman.
I think everyone's unanimous in the world that heel Dean needs to happen.
Yeah.
Because Wacky Dean had run his course years before he got injured.
Yeah, Wacky Dean's boring, isn't it?
Wacky Dean's too wacky. He needs to be serious Dean, scary Dean.
I don't want to see him hit the wacky
Dean.
line anymore.
No.
The only thing that makes me think this isn't going to work is that I think it's more likely to happen at a bigger show like SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
saying
you
that,
can
they
build it
gave
to
away the
blow-off
Shield
then.
triple threat, the battleground, didn't they? So
I want that match to happen at WrestleMania, next WrestleMania.
You want it to headline, right?
I'd understand why people want Ronda and Charlotte to headline.
Yeah.
I want it to be a big match for WrestleMania. I want it to be for the Universal Championship.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. While I agree with part of it, because it pushes Roman a bit further down the card for a little bit.
boo, Roman,
Like,
woo.
No, it's not that. It's just that it gives it a bit of cool off, and it means that
Yeah.
you can sort of take Roman out the picture for a little bit and maybe rethink him a little bit before bringing him back. Let everything else bubble away with.
It
Braun
worked
and
with his
stuff.
feud with Strowman last year. That
Yeah,
wasn't in the
like-
main event scene.
I agree with that side of it, but because of what I'm predicting,
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree.
I think the timing's off as well. I think
Yeah.
it might happen a bit later on than I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I
we've
like,
got-
like a good shock.
Now, what are we going to do now? We're going to go round back to me. Or we're going to go back to you. We're going to
I think we should go back to you. I think we should
Go
keep
back
it,
to
keep it
me.
in a circle.
We'll go,
right.
Yeah.
So my next one ties into this in a bit. So Joe beats Roman clean, which puts Roman experiment on ice for now.
The
It pushes-
experiment's over, Sam.
puts-
He's a main eventer. Just live with it. He deserves it.
I just think it could lead to Roman having a little storyline further down the card. You could even do unsure Roman, who isn't sure whether he can get the job done anymore, and really go for that empathy that nobody will give him. So
I mean, he's very relatable. That 6'3" bronzed goddess with lovely long hair.
goddess. But I think it pushes Joe further up, which would be nice. It makes Joe feel like a proper contender, which he already does. But if he gets a nice clean win over Roman, pushes Roman back down to do something else with someone else on Raw, and then Joe comes in back to SmackDown on a hot win. So yeah, I'm gonna go for that. What do you guys think?
I like Samoa Joe,
Yeah,
I think he's the only guy on the roster, apart from Drew McIntyre, whose promo I have seen from last
right.
week,
Yeah,
whose promos do feel real. They don't feel like they're coming from the pencil of a nerd.
like organic, aren't they?
yeah.
Pencil of a nerd.
Backstage. You know what I mean? Roman's out there. About Baron Corbin, I'm going to hurt you. He's not to
Tater
come
tots.
from a man who's never been in a fight in his life.
Suffering
Not been in
succotash.
many. Yeah.
What are the bad Roman
Sparkle
promos?
crotch.
If the book
Sparkle
Roman
crotch.
Reigns like the book
That was
Samoa
Rollins,
Joe.
that was
Oh, was it Rollins?
If the book Roman Reigns like the book Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns wouldn't be getting half the crap he gets these days, I feel.
Yeah.
No.
Samoa Joe's booked very seriously and very well, and I love it.
Yeah.
Maggle.
I agree. If I was booking the show, I'd want Joe to win. I just don't know if he will. But if he does, I don't think it'll be totally clean.
You know, it's going to be a very long time before their Rager for Roman goes down.
The Rager for Roman.
Down. But
Roman never going down, Sam. It's going to be stiff and hard forever.
Do you think that might be the case? They'll just keep pushing Roman until it becomes like Cena, where there's like another experiment, and then everybody eventually ends.
Reigns is going to be like the Undertaker of this generation. In that he's not going to be the guy. He's going to be the other guy, but forever.
Right.
Because I think Strowman, after the last few months, and they've humanised him.
Yeah.
I think Strowman's the new man. Yeah.
Whoa.
Strowman is.
I think that's why the Undertaker was never the guy, because he was a bloody dead man. You can't have him doing like being the face of the company.
Make
He's
a
a dead man. There's like who is it? Regis and
Philbin.
Regis and Philbin.
Whatever it was, back in the 90s, and he goes out in the get up and Paul Bearer's there going, and they're just laughing at him. If Strowman didn't have that humanised qualities of recent times, he would go on a talk show and they'd laugh at him as well. So I think the fact that they've humanised Braun means he can go out there now and be that face of the company.
I just don't know if they're just going to do
face it is.
what they did with Cena, which is obviously, push him to the moon, crowd boos him, just keep pushing. And then Roman comes along, and everybody's like, Cena's nowhere near as bad as that.
Yeah.
And then we'll just keep doing the same Roman until somebody else comes along, and it's like, you know what, Roman's not as bad. Like, I'm worried that that's what's going to happen. There'll be like another face in about 4 or 5 years comes along, and everybody be like, oh God.
Oh no, I hate Donovan Dijak. No, he's very Indian, very good.
You'll still pay the monies to see the events on occasion because you want to see him fail, don't you?
Everybody's going to watch. So.
Business anyway, business.
I think, depending on when Triple H takes over, the whole model of one big name carrying the company might diminish a bit.
They'll do local globalization.
Well, Triple H,
like when you go on holiday and ask for chips. Was that the joke?
No, that was Matthew's joke last week, and it was Matthew made a joke last week on the podcast, and to be fair, Matthew's joke hit ratio has improved exponentially since the start of the podcast. But he made one this week, and it was
what was it?
I was talking. He was asking me what this NXT news was, and I was like, "Well, Triple H has brought in global localization. That's the term he kept using."
It's just globalization.
It's a massive oxymoron.
Yeah, I said that, and then Matthew went, "Is that like when you go abroad and go, have you got chips?" That was the response.
That's what you do locally here, don't you?
I got it in the end about a day later, but and then I said to Pacini, I was like, "That was the joke. That was it," and he was like, "Oh, it's just awful."
4 out of 10, I'd say.
4 out of 10. Yeah. But he repeated it. He repeated the spot.
You can take it up with him on the podcast this week, I guess.
Yeah.
Fight him.
No, but I like it.
What are we talking about again?
Samoa Joe. I like it.
Yeah, I think
I agree with it. I just.
But you were saying about there not being one guy anymore.
No, I think if Triple H takes over, he's more of a southern mark. He loves the South. Yeah. He loves that.
Well, he's bringing the territories back. That's his whole thing.
But I think he's doing it in a more modern way. But obviously, the WWE sports entertainment model was always more like a babyface holds the belt and fights off all these monsters like Hogan did.
Yeah.
Vince really wants to get back to that with Roman, but he can't.
Yeah.
The southern model is like Lawler's the champion of this territory.
Yeah.
He beats all the faces and everyone comes to see him lose. I'm getting really into like theory, like history. Yeah. But I think Triple H might try and diminish the idea of one megastar and just have lots of quality. Then again, he might not. He might just carry on Vince's way.
Might just book himself to win everything.
Maybe.
That'd be great.
I'd love it. But I like it. I just don't agree. So I don't know whether that's a yes or a no. I've not done one of these before.
I'm indifferent, maybe because win, lose, or draw. I think Samoa Joe's a made man on Smack Diddly Down.
Yeah, he's on SmackDown now.
So it doesn't really matter if he wins or loses, does he?
I think he'll be
going to get the big dog rub either way, isn't he?
I think Joe will be the next feud for Styles. Yeah. Even if Styles hasn't got the belt. Yeah.
Or face champion versus.
Do you think Joe
heel chaser? No. Joe chasing Styles.
Oh, right. Do you think Styles is going to retain?
After something happens that I'm going to bring up.
Okay,
well, let's go for it. Get on to that now.
Alan. And of course, that segue was completely butchered because the camera's battery / card, whatever, ran out.
It would have been good.
Yeah, it would have been fantastic. But my segue is... My pitch. The pitch is that Alan James Cuthbert Styles has to wear a cup on Sunday. And that somehow gets involved in the build-up to the finish or the finish itself of the match. Because it's a gaping plot hole in this entire Shinsuke cockknocker.
That AJ just hasn't felt at all to wear a cup.
He's an idiot, yeah.
How many times has it happened now? Because it happened again at the Greatest Royal Rumble,
Is a cup not an illegal form of defence?
No, Roman wears a.
No.
Roman wears a.
Yeah, but when
Body
D'Lo
armor?
Brown wore it,
Yeah, it was cheating when D'Lo
was
did
cheating.
it. No. I think it should be allowed. Yeah.
yeah,
People will wear cups.
Yeah.
Jock
Yeah.
straps. They're men, aren't they? Manly men. They'll whip each other in the showers.
Manly
and all
men.
that.
Do you think that means that AJ is gonna necessarily win?
I don't know, because it could play either way, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Like, Nakamura breaks his arm.
yeah.
In fact,
AJ
no.
out of TV for a while.
AJ Styles will win on Sunday because Nakamura will go for it again, break his arm. He'll come back like Lex Luger, play it in his arm.
Yeah.
And we'll just keep evolving from there until SummerSlam will have a joust in full body armor.
Do you know?
Nakamura is now half robot or something.
Yes.
I'd like to point out. I don't know if WWE care this much about history, but AJ Styles first won the WWE Championship at Backlash by kicking Dean Ambrose in the balls. So it's like karma. It's like
what
karma.
a story to
And
tell.
it's
I don't know if they
also-
have deliberately told that story, but,
But it's also the anniversary of Nakamura's main roster pay-per-view debut.
is it?
So
Oh, the best match ever against Dolph Ziggler.
hey, they spent months doing that match on the house show circuit. Months.
The
and then
one
they
we
did it again
saw in
on telly.
Newcastle was so much better than the one at Backlash, which I don't understand.
So I think what might happen actually instead is you'll go for it. You'll go, you'll sell the arm. AJ will pull out a cup and be like, ha ha ha. And then later on, he'll just do it again. Roll him up. Something like that.
Yeah.
They'll have a smaller cup on. Those Russian
Just
dolls.
like Ty Dillinger with the smaller and smaller tens.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna agree with your underlying point. He does have to wear a cup. Yes, I'm gonna give it a yes.
I think
Silly
you can
because
wear a cup without it influencing too much my third idea. So I'll agree with the fact he has to wear a cup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go. Right, on to Jack's next point.
I'm going to go for the SmackDown Women's Championship match.
Yeah.
Carmella and Charlotte, the rematch. I think that Charlotte Flair is going to somehow lose. Maybe the Iconics will get involved.
Yeah.
But the key thing here is I think there'll be some form of interaction on the show at some point between Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. Just a little hint of things to come.
Yeah.
Walk down the corridor and give each other the stink eye.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Or maybe... although Ronda's in a... it would have to be backstage, wouldn't it? Because Ronda's in a
Yeah.
separate... She's in that whole thing with Mickie James now and Dana. Not Dana. Natalia. I don't know where Dana came from. Dana's not even... Anyway. So yeah, I think we'll get a hint of what I'm sure will be the eventual WrestleMania main event.
Do you think
Charlotte
it'll
Flair.
be anything more than just a sort of stare down? Do you
Not
think
yet.
it might be a match costing or...
Not yet. Not at this
No?
point. They're both face at the minute.
Yeah.
I don't know who'd be the heel going in. Maybe it won't be it. Maybe...
Charlotte would surely be the heel.
You'd imagine.
Yeah.
But then... Yeah, she hasn't been heel for a while as well.
Yeah, and she's the more experienced performer, I think.
She's
all
better
around,
as a
so-
heel as well. I
She's
don't
better,
like her as
yeah.
a babyface.
You know, Flairs are naturally good at being
Yeah.
heely. So.
And although she's a different kind of heel from Rick.
Yeah.
Like, he was all the dirtiest player in the game. She's
Yeah.
just like a Triple H. Like, I'm better than you. Yeah.
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 Look at me, I can do a cartwheel on my entrance. Whoa!
It's a very good cartwheel.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
She does a wink, like Ann Robinson at the end of The Weakest Link, when she lets you know it's all kayfabe, The Weakest Link. She's a nice woman, really.
It's all rigged.
It's a... I don't know if it's rigged. Oh, The Weakest Link. What a show that was.
Where is it? What happens with the weakest link now? Where's Anne? What does she do?
I don't know. I
'Cause
do
she-
not know. I'm assuming she's still involved with telly or radio. Most
'Cause
TV
her hair
presenters
was
end up on one of the BBC radio shows.
Miraculously turning blonde, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then she disappeared. From my world, anyway.
Ross has a supercomputer at home where he just
Where's that,
tracks daytime TV
I'll check that out
personalities.
tonight and let you know on the podcast on Thursday. But yes,
What's the bald man called from that show where you go around? Dominic
Wood.
The one who's
Little
scamming everyone.
Don't get done, get done.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
All
yeah.
about Big Dom, me.
Don't get scammed. Right, sorry.
You
Right.
scammed this old lady out of 50 grand for a conservatory. You didn't even half finish, you mug. Cowboy Builders is a wonderful show.
Homes into the
Charlotte
Hammer,
Flair
mate.
is a wonderful wrestler.
Homes
and so
into
is
the
Ronda
Hammer is
Rousey.
my show. That's the one I want.
So I think there'll be an interaction of sorts between Charlotte and Ronda. Maybe
Yeah.
a bit of mutual respect. Maybe a bit of rivalry.
Charlotte will woo. Ronda will point in that manner she does. I think it might be a little bit too early for this. Might be.
Maybe. I mean, they're building up to... everybody wants this for Mania next year, right, to headline.
It's more like a Survivor Series time thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
That's not to say I wouldn't want it to happen. Play the long game.
Do you think we're eventually going to get the 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen thing?
I don't know.
I don't think there's too much of a clamour for it, mate.
No,
Look at Shayna's
I remember
reactions.
at the time it was like, oh.
I think Shayna's still got a bit of the old X-Pac heat in NXT rather than legitimate heel heat.
Why do you think that?
Because people don't think she's very good. And she's been brought in because
It's a shame.
MMA.
Like
She is good.
I think she's really good. Yeah.
I think we could see her and Ronda versus Charlotte and Becky
Yeah.
at some point, maybe. But then that's asking Ronda to, oh no, this should be in a tag match. She can still be developing at the time and not be. I think that my predictions may have, both of them so far, nice ideas, maybe too soon.
I think we might actually see just something like a little glance after a backstage promo where they pass each other, something like that, where it's like, oh my god, they're gonna do it, and then you won't see anything for months. So I think I'm gonna say yes. To that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd just like to clarify, I think Shayna Baszler's wonderful.
Yeah, I think she's really good.
Yeah.
And if people think she's a bad wrestler, that's the point, because she's an MMA fighter. She shouldn't be good at wrestling. She's good at MMA.
Quite defensive there about Shayna Baszler.
I just wondering, I'm skitty with the comments now. I've forgotten how to deal with them.
No, I
on
think
midweek's break.
I think you made it clear that you thought Shayna was good.
Yeah.
Good.
Right.
Yeah.
Shall I move on to my final point?
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
So it's a bit convoluted,
Okay.
but
That's
I
not
think
like
it
you.
could work. Shut up, Mr. Spa Break.
Is anything wrong with spas, Sam?
I never expected you to go to a spa. It's just the most alien thing for me.
I honestly thought it was when I came in and Pachi went, oh, Ross is off, he's gone to the spa. I thought it was like...
He's just like ripping you.
I thought it was like me going to the zoo. I thought it was like your version of it.
It could be my thing if it wants to be.
No, because it's real. No, because it's real. You can't make it now.
I'm not ashamed by it.
No, you're not, and that's why...
Been a
it's
stressful 7 months, hasn't it, since we
having
launched?
daily treatments.
Oh, it was
for
great.
a
Slap
solid
up
week.
meals as well.
Oh, nice.
Mental.
A little bit of golf.
A little bit of golf.
Golf.
Don't even like golf. Don't play
Oh,
anymore.
golf's great, man. What are you on
That's
about?
not, man.
It is.
My father used to say, it's a good walk spoiled.
Anyway.
Was that a Craig Charles of Takeshi's Castle?
I don't know
as
where
my
you
old
got it
dad
from,
used to say.
So Nakamura beats Styles by cheating.
Right.
Styles goes mental over it, and then that means there's an extra spicy rematch coming. But the rematch happens on SmackDown, happens on TV. AJ again loses, probably by cheating, and now he has no rematch. That's it. It's all done and gone. So he has to enter Money in the Bank, and he has to win Money in the Bank in order to get back to getting the belt.
Yeah.
But in that time, at Money in the Bank, you could have Joe versus Nakamura or something, and then there's the big blow-off match between Styles and Nakamura at Extreme Rules. So
So your pitch for Backlash is Nakamura cheats.
yes,
No, but I like it. I like the whole Money in the Bank thing. Even if AJ doesn't win the Money in the Bank ladder match, it still tells a good story in that match.
well, yeah,
Like,
you could do the Shawn
Like
desperately
Michaels in the
needing to
Rumble.
win the Rumble, yeah, or you could. I just don't know. I just want to see Nakamura with the belt for a little bit, and then maybe a big blow-off match at Extreme Rules where they can do no DQ,
Yeah.
and it can get proper mental.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
It's simmering, isn't it? It's waiting for it to
It's
come
like
to the
bubbling
boil.
away. And
It's
plus,
weird.
I'd like to see a triple threat between Nakamura, Styles, and Joe. That would be
Well, it'll be really good. Hopefully, it would be good
Yeah.
anyway. I wonder if they do what we're all thinking and go with Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles, whether they'll mention that they've had a massive long history in Impact.
all over the world, is what they'll say.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Outside, all everywhere. Yeah, from Florida to sometimes Tennessee. There we go. Who's?
So the next point
Ross's go?
is Ross.
So we're all agreeing on that as well.
Oh yeah, agree on that.
Christ.
Yeah.
My third one's a bit of a red herring from left field. Mine's that I want a running story through this pay-per-view
Okay.
where Drew McIntyre, who said that he's the wake-up call that Raw needs and all that bollocks, just keeps interfering in certain bits and bobs and just keeps laying out folk. And just keep doing that all the way through the show until the final one where he lays out Dolph Ziggler and gets rid of Dolph Ziggler, that sack of spuds that's going to hold him down.
Right. Do you not think they're going for the whole Shawn Diesel thing?
Yeah, I do. But I just I
fast
can't,
forward.
I just can't. I can't buy into this Dolph Ziggler thing after the past 3.5 or maybe 4 years of just dross from the guy.
Well, when he put the belt down and walked away,
He's
I
the
was like,
biggest idiot since Chris Coleman.
I didn't know what they were going to do with it, and now it just seems
It's
like
true,
there's
though.
nothing going on. And
Chris Coleman.
Look,
semi-finals of the Euros and he took the Sunderland
let's
job
not-
and he got
Come on now.
sacked.
It is a similar.
What did
sort
you
of-
do?
It is a similar situation. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't. people might still believe in Dolph because obviously he's a fantastic wrestler. But in terms of kayfabe, which I like to look at things at, he's just a lost cause and has been for so many years.
I think it might be a slower build. Like, you're going to have Dolph
and the narrative
and
there.
Drew go hell for leather on everybody else until, Dolph's got the belt and then Drew turns on him.
The narrative there is Drew's saying he's the wake-up call this brand needs. Who's needed a wake-up call more than Dolph Ziggler, I ask you? Nobody. So Drew could tell him, hey, I was talking about you there as well there, buddy lad.
Do you know that would turn Dolph face?
I just don't think people care.
No.
Do you care?
I mean, I haven't really been invested in Ziggler for a very long time.
No.
Nobody has.
He's a fantastic performer. I just wish that he'd have something. And that's what I was hoping that this was going to be.
It might
rather than being
I'd
a
like
dad
this
in a
to
midlife
be
crisis.
those two against everybody. Like, just ruining everything and sort of pulling like a mini NWO. Just getting and ruining and disturbing everything until it comes down to them against each other.
I'm going to give it a cautious no, just because I think it will eventually happen, but not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I just want it really.
I think it's a cautious no as well.
Cautious no.
Yeah.
Too
soon. Far too soon.
But it does tie into to my final one, and the final one, I think. Is that the last one?
Yeah.
It's not a very. This one, you taking all the good matches, and I had to basically, I'm gonna predict something that hasn't yet happened on the card.
Right.
But it's just to do with both sets of tag titles. I think that both sets of tag titles will be retained by the respective champions, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, and the Bludgeon Brothers, because they've won it. Both teams have won it recently.
Yeah.
And they're being pushed, especially the Bludgeon Brothers. And I just think they'll be fed teams. What I'm trying to say is I think the tag title matches aren't going to be a particular highlight of this show, because I think they'll get challengers who aren't particularly credible. I think everyone will know that they're going to retain the belts. But then I think it's going to lead to eventual... well, I think that Bray and Matt are going to feud with Ziggler and Drew.
They're not going to feud with Faisal and Sumi.
Apart from that, no, that's afterwards. Faisal and Sumi are going to come out and just destroy everything. I think over on the SmackDown side, maybe we'll get the Bludgeon Brothers versus Sanity. I want to see it.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
That'd be really good.
But not yet at Backlash. I think all these tag things are going to be put on hold for a little bit. Authors of Pain are over on Raw as well, aren't they?
Yes.
I think they'll be held off for a while as well.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's my... Yeah, not the most thrilling. I just thought I'd better mention the tag situation.
I think there's no real way that you can hotshot the belts.
Has there been
around.
a tag match announced yet? There hasn't, has there?
I don't think there's been either of them have been announced yet.
I
No,
don't think so.
So yeah.
I wonder if they'll
God.
just give it like the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day, because the Usos had another shot. The New Day haven't yet had another shot. I don't know.
Unless they just put an exhibition match on of tag champs versus tag champs, but then there's nothing to gain there, really, other than bragging rights and momentum.
The Momentum Championship's a big deal.
Yeah.
Who's got it at the minute?
I don't know. Everyone has momentum. But I think the next logical challengers are Breezango, aren't they, on Raw?
Oh yes,
They got a win, didn't they?
Yeah,
They deserve it.
it'll be them, won't it? It'll be them. They'll be the challengers of Backlash.
Was it
They'll
Backlash last year when they did that comedy match? I think it was.
It might have been.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
So anyway, that's my
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that.
No,
sorry. Just a bit sensitive.
I agree. I think
straight.
there's no way for them to move. What do you think, Ross?
Same.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Don't know.
I feel like
Indifferent either
I feel
way.
like I should have tried to end it on a bit more of a high point.
Yeah,
really. I think
you
that
haven't balanced any of these out.
I reckon that Kenny Omega's going to make his debut, and
Heard it here first,
batter
people.
Faisal.
Was that insider information?
No, I saw.
He
No.
rang him last week.
Jericho's back. He didn't even. He seems to just
Yeah.
be completely gone from New Japan now. It's just.
Well,
ended.
somebody tweeted him, but obviously you don't know
Well-
whether he's telling the truth on Twitter. But he pretty much said that
Yeah.
he's completely done with New Japan.
But now, especially now that, because everyone was thinking it was Naito versus Suzuki recently.
Yeah.
Everyone was thinking Suzuki was going to batter Naito, and then Jericho would come out and rub it in further and batter
Yeah.
Naito. Naito just won. That was it. So
Wow.
Jericho's just not there. But he's got his cruise to look forward to.
God, Chris, we're still waiting
Come on,
for the
Chris.
tickets, pal.
Come on.
Every week we mention it on the podcast. 70,000 people a week see that thing. At least. That's 70,000 tickets sold for the cruise each week. At least $11 for free.
What kind of cruise is it? If it's
Oh, it's a big
70,000
boat.
tickets, just going around the port for an hour, drop off, bringing new old people on board.
It's gonna. I just want to be on it. I just want to just see the carnage.
We're trying, like.
We are trying really hard.
Why don't
Chris
you
is just no
why don't
selling.
you just buy some tickets?
Price of that. Jesus.
Outrageous. That's ChrisJerichoCruise.com. So yeah, we've arrived at this to the conclusion of this thing.
Well, yeah, so it's Backlash this Sunday.
This Sunday.
We will be doing reactions for it. Not live.
Me and Adam, is it?
Yeah, but you and Adam. And neither of you are fighting for the belt because I've got it. So
yeah, so just to clarify, because I know the internet cares dearly about this, it'll be Adam and me on the don't say it that way anymore. WWE pay-per-views, Sam and Jack the Independents, and all four of us will get together for the Big Four to try and win the belt for our tag team.
Potentially Money in the Bank as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll sort that out
Yeah.
when it comes to it.
Yeah.
But at least the Big Four.
Yes.
But anyway, shall we say goodbye then?
We'll say goodbye.
Goodbye then.
Right.
Goodbye, everyone.
Tatty bye.
Follow me at Ross on Wrestling.
Follow me at Jack the Jobber.
Follow me at Less Defined.
Patreon.com/Cultaholic if you want to do that.
At Cultaholic on Twitter and Instagram. On Facebook. At We Are Cultaholic
We
on
are
Instagram.
Cultaholic on
Yes.
Instagram.
Jesus Christ.
And never forget
Ever
to join us.
to join us, yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
See how soft my skin was there.